Hello, and welcome to a new episode of Ace Alliance Insights, where together with my lovely guests, we break down the key strategies driving success in the iGaming industry. Today's sponsor is PIN-UP.Partners, the leading iGaming affiliate program with over 8 years of experience, flexible geo terms, and award-winning reliability. I am actually very excited about today's conversation, as the topic will be very relevant to each member of the iGaming community, as we'll be discussing growth, development, and the importance of continuous learning. My guest is someone that knows all about it, Iryna Teut, Head of HR at PIN-UP Global, an international holding specializing in advanced technology, B2B solutions, and products for the iGaming industry. Iryna, thank you so much for joining us. How are you today?
Hello, Magda. Thank you so much for inviting me. It's a pleasure to meet you. And I'm really thrilled to discuss all the topics we have for today because it's very interesting.
That is great to hear. And the pleasure is mutual. So we'll talk about what professional growth looks like at PIN-UP, how the company culture supports employees, and what challenges come with keeping talent in an industry that's always changing. To start, I'd love to learn a bit more about you personally. So how did you first get into HR, and what made you decide to stay in this field?
It's very nice and interesting story because I came into HR almost by chance. Just one day, I got a call with an offer to work as a HR manager in an IT company. And before that, I worked in sales and politics, so it was a completely different area for me. But after, just a few weeks, I understood this is where I belong. And I have always been good at talking to people, building trust, and solving problems, even when it looked like there is no way out. But I can see things from the both sides, the employees and the business. And in HR, this balance is very important. It's crucial. And what made me stay? This energy of this work, the chance to help people grow, to build a company culture, and to see how your work brings real results. This is what keeps me motivated every day.
That sounds amazing. And it looks like you had quite a story coming from, politics and so on. Very interesting route that brought you to iGaming. So I'd like to talk a little bit about PIN-UP for a moment. What initially attracted you to PIN-UP? What felt different or special about this brand compared to other brands?
Yeah. So when I joined PIN-UP, it was my first time actually working in iGaming. Before that, it was IT, and it was a new world for me. And I quickly saw that this world is very fast, very dynamic, and just exciting. Here, you don't wait years to see results. You see them right now. And this energy drives me. Our industry changes very quickly, so you need to react fast, understand business needs, and solve problems without any delay. At PIN-UP, everything is moving and growing all the time. The teams are ambitious, open to new ideas, and ready to take risks. And what made me PIN-UP special for me is that it's a smart and really brave company. We are not afraid of any changes. We like to try new things and scale success quickly. Our values are not just nice words, they are real and visible in our daily work. And for HR, it's incredibly amazing to be a part of culture where your work matters so much for the business.
That sounds amazing. And honestly, PIN-UP is one of those brands that you basically see right away. It's always popping up on any event and so on. I think PIN-UP is really an interesting brand. And I also think it's important to actually like the company and to identify with its values. So I'd really love to dig a little bit deeper. And you definitely know it from the inside out. So what does professional growth look like inside PIN-UP? Could you maybe describe how it plays out day to day?
Yeah, sure. So in PIN-UP, professional growth, it's not just a word, in a welcome pack. It's real and it works. We have a strong culture of learning, from basic skills to advanced training for special roles or special tasks. We run internship programs, and we develop mentorship and give people the chance to try, to fail, to learn, and of course, to grow. We have many examples of people making a big step forward in just 6 or 12 months, from junior to middle, from specialist to team lead. And in 2024, 217 people grew in their careers, from junior to middle and senior ones. And it's definitely not about the luck. This is the result of the right environment. In practice, it looks like this. You get onboarding, coaching, regular feedback, training, and real projects to work on. And our managers, they're not just bosses. They're mentors who help people grow.
That actually sounds really great. And I'm so impressed. You mentioned that over 200 people went from being junior to kind of regular employees, which is so impressive and really cool. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. So I think we should talk a little bit about talent retention in this case, because, acquiring is one, but retaining them is another story. The iGaming industry is really known for its rapid growth and all the frequent changes. How does that influence your approach to talent retention? Good question. Market is burning. In iGaming, as you know, keeping talent is about much more than just an office or just a good salary. You need to have a flexible approach that looks at the whole picture. And we always listen to our people and change our tools when it needed. And here's what works specifically for us. It's transparent bonus systems based, of course, on the performance. It's a strong benefit package. It's about offices in different countries with great infrastructure and spaces for teamwork and networking, what is crucial. And of course, it's about business trips between our locations so people can meet and share their culture, their experience, not just work online. But what is more important, I think, for us, we invest in growth and development. When people feel valued, listened to, and have opportunities, they want to stay. And our strategy is to be flexible, proactive, and human, even when the times go tough. Absolutely. And I feel like it's so important to not be just reactive to whatever is happening, but like you said, to stay proactive and, maybe even foresee what might happen, if we don't focus on the talent retention. And when a new person joins PIN-UP, what's the first thing you want them to feel or understand about company culture?
It's my actually favorite question because at PIN-UP, our values are base for everything we do. When someone new joins, we want them to understand from the first day. We want leaders, people who take action and are not afraid to bring new ideas. We value ambition and drive to lead. So this is our first value, be the first to lead. We respect expertise. Everyone should grow in their skills, share knowledge, and make an impact on the product. So the second, be an expert in your domain. Also, we work as partners. We support each other. We have honest talks and we focus on strong results. So be a partner in teamwork. Also, we focused on the results. We make quick decisions, we keep processes flexible, and keep our team engaged. So be focused on the result. And we value openness, honesty, feedback, and transparency. It's a part of how we work daily. So be open and honest in communication. And from day one, we want them to see that these values are not just written on the wall. They're alive in our everyday work.
These are some really amazing insights, Iryna, and thank you so much for sharing them. And I've recently come across a LinkedIn workplace learning report where it states that 91% of learning and development professionals agree that continuous learning is more important than ever. And I know this is one of the priorities for you. So how do you inspire people to keep learning?
Yeah, that's true. And for us, learning, it's not just like one-time thing. It's part of the job. And first, we make it fun. And development through gamification. For example, we have our PIN coins. It's our internal currency in the company. And people get them for completing courses, joining workshops, on being active in training programs. And later, they can exchange these PIN coins for gifts, bonuses, or any extra opportunities. Second, what we do, we have a strong culture of sharing knowledge. And we run regular catch-ups, workshops, meetups, peer-led courses where colleagues can teach based on their real success stories. And of course, the learning is flexible in our company. What does it mean? We make sure it fits into daily work, but it doesn't stop the workflow, but still gives a value. And so we believe the more people learn, the stronger the team. And that means the business gets stronger too.
Absolutely. And I love that you told about gamification because honestly, I think it's the first company that I've heard that introduced this kind of thing. And I feel like this is super smart because even, from my own experience, I can tell you that my previous employers were having some sort of learning initiatives, updating your skills and so on. And these were all great courses. However, the workload and the time that we had left really didn't let us even think about having any sort of career development. And I found it a little bit, sad because they were taking the time to prepare something, all the L&D specialists, but we didn't really have that time to fully utilize it. So I feel like having it as a gamification and, incorporating it into the daily, work life, it's really cool. And thank you so much for sharing it, Iryna. Now, I'd like to slightly change topics and discuss crisis management, because unfortunately it happens in all companies, regardless of the industry. And it's also connected to the employee retention. How does your team approach this? And in what situations might a decision be made to part ways with someone?
Mm-hmm. It's a good question, but I wanted to start that in our company, we want to build a team that sets trends, not just follows them. And that's only possible when everyone is motivated, engaged, and delivering results. And we invest a lot in retention, in development, in recognition, open feedback, but we are also realistic, of course. If someone is not performing, avoids growth, and doesn't want to change, we don't keep them just to fill the seat. We look for people who share our values, aim for the same goals, and get results. If that's not here, maybe it's not the right place for them to be. And sometimes letting someone go is also a way to help for the business and for the person, of course. That's why we are building a team where everyone moves forward together.
Amazing. And maybe let's move to the opposite side right now. Have there been any moments when someone's growth actually truly impressed or surprised you?
Actually, yes, of course. And there are many cases. We have people who have been here for 5, 7 years and have grown from entry-level roles to key positions in the business. And we've seen them take on more responsibility, became team leaders, and start high-impact projects in the company. So that's why for us, growth, it's not only about climbing the ladder. It's also about personal change, adaptability, and the willingness to learn all the time. And these stories makes us proud of a team.
Absolutely. And I actually, it reminded me of one of my friends. She was a team member and then became a friend, actually. And she just came like an intern, doing the little things. And she grew so quickly within a couple of months, becoming, not just a junior, but also a regular, that now, she changed companies a while ago. But I can see how she thrived in our company, the previous company, and how she's thriving now, thanks to this, rapid development and the willingness to really grow her career in this field. I think it also matters that you actually enjoy the job that you are doing, and you enjoy people that you work with, because if there's too much work, you're not going to enjoy it. You're going to get burnt out so quickly. Iryna, this was super inspiring. So thank you for sharing this story. Now, research shows that employees who receive regular feedback, and I feel like this is something we have to talk about, which is feedbacking. Employees who receive regular feedback are 4.6 times more likely to perform at their best. And are there maybe some systems or habits that you have implemented at PIN-UP to make feedback a consistent practice rather than once a year event?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, it's very important question to discuss. And I want to share which practice we have here in our company, because we stopped doing feedback just only once or twice a year. Here, feedback is an everyday leadership tool. And what we do regular one-on-ones, and they're a must. People partners and managers are trained how to run them well, how to listen, how to give honest feedback, and how to turn it into action. We have team health checks and quick pulse surveys to see where processes or maybe communication need improvement. We also, of course, have a 360-degree feedback and performance review, which is twice a year with clear criteria and full transparency. And of course, it's our open culture. We encourage honest and respectful talks. And managers are always ready for tough conversation and know how to handle them right. And of course, like feedback goes both ways. We also ask for feedback on HR and people partners, including, different anonymous surveys, and we use it to improve our work. So for us, feedback, it's not about criticism. It's a tool for growth for both sides.
Yeah. And this is really some food for thought, Iryna, and I appreciate, all that you are talking about, because, having regular feedback, it's not once a year thing. It has to be coming very regularly. And I love that you are doing one-on-one sessions as well. And you basically say they are mandatory because, when you spot something early on, it's really going to be super helpful both for the company and the employee, frankly. And it's also so important to, not sure how to phrase that, but for the employee not to be scared of the employer. the anonymous feedback is actually anonymous. You need to keep reminding people of that. And there's nothing wrong about saying what they think, because ultimately, and I sound like a scratched record, we play on the same team. We're always having the same goals. So thank you so much for sharing this, Iryna. And before we wrap up, I'd love to know your thoughts on the future of HR. So what trends in HR do you see shaping the iGaming industry over the next few years?
Mm-hmm. I love this question because it's always, about the future, when we can dream about something and etc. And of course, like the first point going to be connected with artificial intelligence, because it's everywhere. Everyone is implementing AI where they can. And I see the AI can help in automation in HR, from the routine task to performance evaluation. And AI will help us to work faster and give better analytics. So we are already estimating many processes. And because of that, we can focus more on a strategy of the company. Second, I believe it's about developing managers in fast-growing teams, because many people grow very quickly in our industry into managers roles, right? But being a great expert is not the same as being a great leader. And I guess more companies are going to be invest in leadership programs and mentoring. And the third one, I believe, it's retention through growth and learning, of course, because the fight for talent is only getting stronger in the market. Guys, all you know this. And companies will keep employees by offering learning programs, career passes, and even moving people between roles and between teams. And those who don't give growth will lose their talent.
Yeah, I absolutely love these trends that you have noticed. Of course, artificial intelligence is here and we have to jump on that wagon, to be honest. But I love how you mentioned in the second one, just because you're an expert doesn't mean you're a leader, but you can work towards it. You can always work towards it. And this is really a trend to look out for. I'm very curious to see how these trends develop as well. Iryna, thank you so much for today's conversation. And for anyone that would like to get in touch with you and with PIN-UP, what's the best way to do it?
Thank you so much, Magda. It was very interesting, and I hope everyone will like and also share their thoughts with us. We will be happy to discuss. So the better way, I will leave the contacts, and is to write on our social media like Instagram or Telegram, or to our emails. So we have a lot of ways how to get contact with us.
Absolutely. And I did notice that you are really all over social media. So it's so easy to get in touch with you. Fantastic. And thank you so much for sharing your insights. It's been a pleasure to speak with you today. And of course, thank you to everyone who joined us for today's session. I'd like to also thank our today's sponsor, PIN-UP.Partners, the leading iGaming affiliate program with over 8 years of experience, flexible geo terms, and award-winning reliability. Don't forget to follow Ace Alliance and PIN-UP for updates, especially on more sessions like this one. And I'll see you at the next Ace Alliance Insights episode. Have a great rest of the day.
Bye-bye.